Greetings, fellow hunters. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Project Zomboid, Brandenburg Shelter. Episode 40, Trying to Catch Some Wabbits. Right, looks like you guys are voting on me obtaining food from other means. Ooh, that's a scream. So I'll have a follow-up poll about whether I scavenge, hunt, kill ranch animals, etc. But we'll declare that the victor. No, I'm actually going to take fishing off of that because I don't know if I have the equipment to fish. Not that I wouldn't want to offer you the option to troll me and say, go fishing, but I'm, like, literally might not be able to do it. I should also check on my crops. It's been a minute. I don't really need a cot anymore. I can bring this downstairs. And the oven is going to go here, I guess. Likely going to want some more counter space eventually for like a coffee maker and stuff like that, but it'd be nice to have like a proper kitchen area. And then this TV and radio can probably be moved. It doesn't really make sense to have it there. It's not like a problem, but it's not a great spot for it. And in the underneath where the microwave is, I can also keep like spices and things that get added to the food that I make. That's not a terrible idea. Okay, before I forget, let's check up on our crops, which will take... Uh-oh. Destroyed. How? Just dead? Water level's fine. What the hell happened to you? I honestly don't even know. Last I checked, crops only really died when they got trampled. But that's, like, not necessarily true anymore. But I have no reason to believe that zombies are in the base. Because I don't see any breaches anywhere, and I don't hear any zombies, so I really don't know. I'm going to leave these furrows empty, though. I'm not going to replace them yet. I'll just water what is left. I think to make watering a little easier, I'm going to drop my canteens for now. I wish there was like a right-click ignore for watering crops or something. Possibly a disease I'm not high enough level to detect. That is probably the most reasonable answer as to why that died. Okie doke. Watering is done. You didn't ask me to do this, but I wanted to look nice. So we are going to set up some traps. Taking a look at my trapping skills. I have read the book. I have a full multiplier. So we'll try to go into where the biome says it's like woods and set up traps for animals. It's not really going to offer me food immediately. It takes a while for traps to work. And then also, I don't really have a lot of stuff to put in the traps. I have, like, radishes, I guess. That's another issue that we're going to have, but that's fine. So, what do I need before I undertake the trap setup? Let's figure out what kind of traps we're going to make first. So, going to... carpentry? No. It would be... What is the trapping? Let's just all menus. So there are crate traps and stick traps. I'll probably use crate traps because I don't have a lot of twine. And we'll set up some crate traps until we have higher level trapping skill, and then maybe we can consider box traps. So I'm going to need some planks and some nails. So current priority right now is set up traps around the base for food. I also found some traps and marked them in the map. Did I? I don't see any traps marked. I was going to make them anyway. So we're going to want some nails. Here we go. And then the project requires a bunch of planks. I think I'm going to leave this wood up there for like just base maintenance stuff rather than using it. So instead, I'll grab a fire axe or wood axe and head to the woods and cut down some trees and saw them to logs. Or saw the logs to planks. I think a fire axe might be my best. Which also reminds me, the hatchet I have on me, I'm going to drop off as an everyday carry, because I just, like, don't find myself needing it frequently enough to warrant the carry weight. Okay. Before I go set these up, and I know it's already 2 p.m., I am hungry. So, I was planning on trying to make some food. Let's, use the jarred stuff. And maybe the jarred radishes will go to for the traps, although they're not ideal. And then the jarred potatoes will come with me. So how do we... I really can't, like... You know what? Just freaking eat the thing. I don't care. It's good enough. I can't I can't take these out? Is that true? Yeah, once the food goes in, it's like stuck. Okay. That's fine. I guess I won't be using these radishes then. I don't know what I'm going to do to bait the traps. That's the problem. I don't, I don't have any fresh produce to trap things. How long have I survived? It is August 30th in game. So 1 month, 12 day, or 1 month and 13 days. Can't I forage for bait? I could try, but generally you don't forage for things that like critters want to eat all that bad. But we'll see what we could do. More zombies? What am I, like a Michelin star restaurant for zombies here? Like, they just keep showing up. I could try to, so the worms and things like that, you can set in bird traps, which are stick traps, but I don't have a lot of I don't have like a lot of twine for stick traps. I could try to trap the, like, so of the two kind of traps that I can make, crate traps are like for bunnies, and stick traps are for birds, if I recall correctly. And, I suppose I could do stick traps. I would just need to go rummage up some twine. I think I have some twine in the base. I just don't think I have a lot of twine. Which was the, my hesitation for doing that. Oh, no, it's still a bug. If I favorite the nails, I can't use the nails. Weird. It's like, these are what nails are for. They should work, even when favorited. Alright, if we go to the foraging menu, I want to be somewhere that is not urban. I think what I'll do is I'll make some more traps first. I like how it looks like I'm sawing with the claw hammer. Yep. Or I'm hammering with the saw. I'm not sure which, but they're both wrong. Alright, I am encumbered. So what we want to do is we want to be setting up these traps somewhere not urban. Farmland forest, that will work. So let's get a little bit deeper into the farmland forest. Animals, so the animals' rate are normal here. And in the urban, the animals rate, whoa, it was also normal. But it's probably going to dictate what kind of animals you're going to find anyway. So I'm going to want, the more rural, the better for, like, bunnies and the like. Well, I guess we can try caterpillars. And now I'm foraging for bait. And perhaps I'll also try to set up some stick traps. Oh, food is common. Okay. A lot of caterpillars. I wonder if it's... Oh, so this is a road. I'm still in farmland forest. That means it's like possible to trap here, perhaps. So I'll set up my traps because it's in the open and it's going to be a lot easier to check. And I know that you, I think the game wants you a certain distance away from traps for the traps to like function. So these traps might be too close to my base to function properly. I'm not 100% sure on the range that the game requires. And yeah, it's possible to like eat insects if you want. It's just you're gonna have to deal with the aftermath of your being unbelievably upset. So add bait, caterpillar. Add bait, centipede. And I'll go back to foraging after this. Add bait, caterpillar. And we'll see if we can't forage up some more food and then maybe make some stick traps too. So double the amount of traps that I'm attempting. So all 4 traps are now baited. Wild roses. Word. Got some rose seeds. I guess I'll eat, too full to eat. Oh, okay. These are all like wood splinters from me cutting down trees in the past. I think what I want to do is to move over to the north side of the base where it has like a larger wooded section. And see about scavenging up there. Apparently, walking around slowly, looking at the ground, makes me out of breath. That's, that hits a little home for me. I'm pretty sure these woods are like mostly empty of zombies, but they could still have the stray. Yeah, so here's like an old, I cut down trees here zone, which is gonna... I wish there was like a... Oh, here's a caterpillar. I wish there was a search focus. Maybe I should have picked that one up for birds. I wish there was a search focus of like, ignore things that won't offer skill. So my foraging is now level 1. And I do have the associated foraging book. If I continue working on this, maybe I'll read it. We're getting thistles. So thistles are a bored and upsetting thing to eat, but I could use it as bait, perhaps. As night falls, I am going to lose foraging ability, because foraging in the dark is a lot more difficult. So we're almost at the hour that I have to give up on foraging. Birch forest. So technically, oh, black sage. Technically, this is a this zone is should be decent for like animals and the like. Maybe we'll catch a squirrel. Still birch forest. So once I do a little bit more of the loop here, I'll head back to base, see what kind of twine I got, and maybe set up some bird traps. Probably tomorrow, given the time of day. And if you're wondering, if there's something that you find that you don't want, but you want the experience, you can discard. And it's as if you picked it up. Ooh, mushrooms. Actually, I'll take flint. Been surprisingly fruitful foraging here in this birch forest. It would definitely not be enough calories to, like, sustain me. Not at my level. Unknown item. A millipede. Weird that it was an unknown item until I picked it up. Is that like the idea that I had to, like, dig it out or something? Ooh, time. And that was fast. A cockroach! And I see some of the trees around me shaking, which usually means I'm accompanied. Maybe not this time. Oh, no, there's definitely someone here. So this is just northeast of the community center is like a birch mixed forest. Which is pretty good at finding food still. So I'll just... Oh my god. Apparently I'm very exerted. I'll just walk back to the base, seeing what I can see, and then we can try to make use of the foraged items tomorrow. Free. Well, if I break my bones, that'll be useful. Eat 8 kilograms of stew to recover my stamina. Yeah, I wasn't aware that, like, casual foraging was going to be so absolutely horrible on my lungs. If I'm not mistaken, I don't believe I've read the book about what berries are poisonous and what aren't, so I ought not to consume said berries for fear of instant death. So all of these food, I will, I'll freeze for now. Even the stale stuff and bugs. Seeds I'll put in the farming. And then, let's rummage up some twine. See if we can't, make some bird traps too. Because I don't care what we trap. I don't care what I eat. I just I don't want to starve. So, we do have twine, but it's like one thing at twine. I haven't really been looting twine actively, so we don't really have a lot of it. Given my foraging is level 2, I think I'm going to switch the active book being read to Foraging 2 book. Because I'm done with Foraging 1. Or rather, I don't need Foraging 1. I skipped it. There we go. Why is my character so exerted? Oh, too dark to read. It should be lighter here. Do different chairs affect resting? No, a chair's a chair as far as the game's go. It's not like beds that have different comfort levels. Chairs don't really matter. Sitting in a chair would be nice though. More than like sitting on the ground. I just made do with what I got. Alright, it's midnight. Let's get to sleep. And I'll do some more trap attempts tomorrow morning. We'll see how much twine we've really got for the bird traps. And try to set up some additional traps as well. Oh, a fog day. Yeah. So the jars of, the frozen jars of stuff that I have here, I'm going to make a stew out of. I know there's not like a lot of food in there. So then let's also add... I don't want to add like any of the berries or mushrooms because I have no idea if they're like going to kill me or not. We'll add butter to the stew. And... olive oil? I don't know. Olives? Rum? I really don't have like a lot of good ingredients, as you can tell. I did not luck out going to that Gigamart. That Gigamart was disappointing. Oh, wait, I've been doing random... Okay. Yeah, I don't want to do random vegetable because I don't want to grab like some random mushrooms and be like, alright, let's hope that these don't kill me. I'm going to add olive oil and butter. That way this is like caloric. Alright, so the pot right now is 5.88 encumbrance, which is twice as much as a water pot. Really curious what happens after I cook it up. And there's a lot of radishes left in this jar of radishes, so I'll put the remainder away. No, don't eat the butter. Ugh. Well, I guess there's almost no butter left. I'll just finish it off. It's too late. Aren't mushrooms like berries? You have to tell which ones are safe? Yes, and I don't know which ones. I think at a certain foraging skill, you can like you learn which ones are safe or whatever, but I don't want to take any chances by eating the wrong food and dying. So the pot of stew is almost 6 kilograms of stew. Solid. Let's see what happens when I put it in bowls. So the 6 kilograms of stew became 15 kilograms in the bowl. What the hell? Am I cooking up like a 2-year-old? Like, how is there 15? What? That is so broken. Oh my god. Alright, well, time to eat. This is just... It's... So what's unfortunate about this is I can't... Normally I would carry a bowl of food with me, but these bowls of food weighs the same as like a tree log. So I can't bring it with me because it's like super weight inefficient. Well, I found a new bug. I can very safely say. Yeah, that's pretty funny. Can I jar up the stew? No, you can only jar a certain subset of vegetables. So if you look up jar, you can jar produce, and the produce is bell peppers, broccoli, cabbage, carrots, eggplant, leeks, potatoes, radish, and tomatoes. Those are the only things you can put in jars. Well, I woke up, I mean, I can't really see where I'm going, but I woke up today not surrounded by zombies. So, it's a good day, I guess. I have no reason to believe that these traps have been successful overnight. Also, I left the potential bait behind. This one doesn't have bait anymore. But I'm down here, so a stick trap is going to need wooden rods. And wooden rods come from wooden rods? No, I don't think that's... what? Comes from a long stick, which comes from a long stick. So I can carve long sticks with a knife from like saplings or hockey sticks. That I think going through the crafting log just made me dumber. Oh, hey, I know that these are poisonous. So I guess the other ones aren't. I like how it's poisonous mushrooms. Better hot. I think probably better not hot. Like, better you don't eat these. All that I know about poisonous food is better not to eat it in the first place. So a sapling can be carved into a long stick. Oh, I hear a zombie on me. Oh, geez, you're closer than I thought you'd be. So stick traps are like surprisingly kind of difficult to make. Because there's only, in order to make a long stick, like there really is only a very short subset of potential ingredients. Right? Because it's not like I can take a plank. Because it used to be that you could take a plank and, like, carve planks up. Right, drill planks or carve planks. So carved plank creates a what? Carve a plank out of a large branch. No, that's not what I meant. I don't want a notch plank. So yeah, the stick traps are, really, unless you're, like, actively collecting saplings all the time, they're a lot more difficult to make than the box traps, because when you cut down a tree, you might get a sapling, but you'll get, like, the wood for, like, 4 box traps. So I can, what I'm doing here is oh god, these saplings weigh a lot. I'm doubling back on where I've cut trees down in the past to pick up the saplings, but I'm probably not going to be able to make too many stick traps. It doesn't really matter because I don't have a lot of twine either. And then I probably don't want to use my pocket knife to do the carvings because the pocket knife doesn't have a lot of durability, so it's more of like an emergency tool to use in a pinch. So I'll go back and make sure that I'm doing it with like some sort of more industrial sized knife or something. Eat. I'm kidding. There. You can have mushrooms in your pocket. So, what knife do I use? Thought I had a... Where'd my knives go? I collected, like, knives. What possible shelf did they go into? They're not in my weapons or tools. I could use a fillet knife, I guess. Hatchets. Yeah, what the hell? I had knives. I distinctly recall collecting them. Large knives and hunting knife. Oh, whatever. Okay, crafting menu. Oh, I can use the metal chopper to do this, the whittling. Yeah, okay. The proximity thing is finding that I have hunting knives. So the game knows I have hunting knives and fillet knives. I just don't know where they are. It doesn't matter. Alright, so here we go. Max, 11. Perfect. And then... Oh, long sticks need to be then made into rods. So, craft... Do I need a workbench for this? Carve wooden rod. Oh, it needs a plank? Wait, oh my god. How did I go down this rabbit hole? Alright, well, I have a bunch of long sticks. What can I do with a long stick then? Long sticks. I don't know. I'm gonna put them here. Well, we're back to needing planks again. This has been an illuminating experience. Potentially a frustrating one, but illuminating all the same. I was gonna leave this stuff alone, but I'm not anymore, because I can't be bothered. Rod. Oh, you know what? I don't have carving level 1. That maybe is why I couldn't find the recipe. So, I won't be making the bird traps. I'll put the twine away. Alright, instead, I'll make more regular traps. So we'll take the acorns, and we'll take the mushrooms, and the thistle, and the berries. I'll try like one of each. And we'll go and set up some more box traps. And I'll have the jar of radishes for me to eat later. Hey, Crimson, thank you for the bits. Slowly watching me crack from wood. Yeah. Thank you for tuning in to Project Zomboid Brandenburg Shelter, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you in next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow zombie apocalypse survivors.